Okay, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Cherokee Charles here. So it's been a pretty wild week. If you've been watching the news and the financial information, inflation is still out of control. The stock market's going crazy. The crypto market is even worse. It's going crazy. So I think I just wanted to take a moment to talk about the markets and sort of give you some information that, that you were never taught in school. I know I was never taught this stuff in school. So I think I just want to take a moment to talk about that. So the markets are divided into two areas. Of course, there's the physical market, which is, of course, the stock market, the bond market, the real estate market, the housing market, of course, the car market. There's lots of other little, smaller, obscure type markets, the art market, So, and the other market is not the physical market, but the digital market. And that includes things like cryptocurrency, NFT market, the megaverse market. And we can talk about the megaverse and crypto in a little bit. But today, let's talk about the real estate market for a minute. And I want to give you some information that I know you're probably not going to hear of until, it hits you in the face and you hear about it. Years ago, when we went through this period of inflation and increases in the interest rate, and of course the mortgage rates increased, the banks came up with this idea of sort of teasing customers into taking out a mortgage for a home. Because at that time, just like now, the real estate market was going crazy. Housing prices were going up like crazy. And if you have housing prices going up and interest rates going up, that's really not good news for the buyer. You don't want to buy a house and pay too much for it, and then on top of that, get hit with a high interest rate. So the banks came up with this new plan called the adjustable rate mortgage. And the way it worked is, in the beginning of the mortgage, say for like the first 5 years, you'd receive a teaser rate from the bank. So for example, if the interest rate for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage was around 5.5%, and that was too high for you to afford the home that you wanted, the banks came up with this idea of an adjustable rate mortgage. And what would happen is, for the first 5 years of the mortgage, you'd get a teaser rate. So instead of like 5.5% interest rate, it might be like 2.5% or maybe 2% interest rate on that mortgage. And then you would make your payment to the bank or the mortgage company at that rate, 2.5% on the balance of your mortgage. So for example, if you bought a $500,000 house for $500,000 house and you put down 20%, that's $100,000. And so you financed $400,000. If you were financing it at, say, 5.5%, you might be paying probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,300 a month. But if you were paying your mortgage at, say, the teaser adjustable rate mortgage rate of, say, 2%, instead of paying like $2,300 a month for your mortgage, you might be paying, say, like $1,800 a month. And to a lot of people, that might be the difference between either buying this house or not buying this house. So the banks made a ton of money off of offering this adjustable rate mortgage to people. They called it the ARM, or adjustable rate mortgage. And a lot of people went for it. And they took out mortgages using the teaser rate, adjustable rate mortgage. And for the first 5 years of the mortgage, they were paying the teaser rate. But then after the 5 years, when the rate adjusted and it went up because interest rates were steadily going up, your interest rate went up to say 5%. So instead of paying the $1,800, now you're paying the $2,300. And for a lot of people, that extra $500 a month was too much. So they had to make some sacrifices. And in some cases, they might have even had to sell their home because it was just too expensive. And if a new buyer found that, hey, this guy's trying to dump this house because he can't afford it, I can probably, get the house for a pretty good deal. And a lot of people, because of this teaser rate ARM rate that they got from the bank, they were in a lot of trouble. And some of them really lost their homes and they had a lot of financial problems. So I'm telling you this now because you're going to hear about it again. Banks are revving up again. They probably may package it a new way or talk about it a new way or, add some little more bells and whistles to it. But it's the same thing. It's the same dog, okay? Might be dressed up a little bit, but it's the same dog. Adjustable rate mortgage starts out with a teaser rate. Later on, after 5 years, the teaser rate goes away, and now you have to pay the standard rate for your mortgage. And it will keep adjusting. It will keep adjusting. Usually it keeps adjusting every year. So every year, the rate for your mortgage rate will adjust at the end of the year, and then your new payment will get calculated, and you'll start paying that rate. So if interest rates went up more, and you were paying $2,300, guess what? You're probably going to get an increase in your mortgage payment. You might be paying $2,350, might be paying $2,400, and on and on and on. But if the interest rate went down when your adjustable rate mortgage was recalculated, your payment would go down. So that might be good for you. Problem is that you're taking a big gamble. You're big gamble, and it's unnecessary. You don't want to take such a big gamble with your finances, and you have your family moved in this house, and you're getting settled, and your kids are going to school, and they're making friends and everything, and all of a sudden the rate for your mortgage adjusts, and it's too high for you to afford. And so now you have a problem. Either you're going to have to make some adjustments to your lifestyle. You have to get another job or, get a side hustle or, something's going to have to happen so that you can pay the additional funds required to make your mortgage payment. So I'm just telling you this now so that you can really think hard about it if you're offered the adjustable rate mortgage. Now, of course, if you know ahead of time when you buy this house that, hey, I'm going to be here 4 or 5 years, and after that, I'm out. I'm going to go and do something else, or we're going to be moving because of job or whatever it is, then that probably might be a good idea for you to take the adjustable rate mortgage because you know up front that, you're only going to be here for a little while and you're going to be out. You're going to be going someplace else. You're going to sell this house, and the adjustment that comes in 5 years won't affect you. So in that case, the teaser rate that you get offered from the bank might be a good deal. But if your situation is different and you're planning to be in this house forever, then having a mortgage that's going to keep adjusting every year may not be such a good play for you. So think long and hard about it. Run the numbers. And I know one thing that you can't do is predict what the interest rates are going to be in the future, but it's something that you have to take into consideration because it could be a problem and you might lose your house. So for now, we'll say goodbye. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We'll come back with more talks about the market. We want to get into the digital market. That is something that is going haywire as well. But it's also a chance for you that you could make some money. But we'll talk about that in the next upcoming videos. Cherokee Charles, I'm out. See you in the next one.